We don't like you. Stay away from our brother. But I care about him.
Hey, it's okay. I'm right here.
I just feel so overwhelmed.
I know.
When Adaora married Chukwuebuka, she believed love would be enough. Their wedding was colorful and full of joy. Friends danced, families prayed money, and the village women sang loudly, "Nwunye Oma, good wife." Adaora smiled so hard that her cheeks hurt. She felt blessed. Chukwuebuka was a calm and kind man. He worked as a civil engineer in Enugu, and everyone respected him. He loved Adaora deeply and always said, "You are my peace." But not everyone was happy about their marriage. From the very first day Adaora stepped into her husband's family house in Nusuka, she felt it. The air was not friendly. Chukwuebuka had two sisters, Ngozi and Amarachi. Ngozi was the elder one. She was sharp-tongued and always walked like she owned the compound. Amarachi, the younger one, was quiet but followed her sister like a shadow. When Adaora greeted them respectfully, kneeling down the way she was taught, Ngozi only nodded. "Welcome," she said dryly. Amarachi forced a smile. "Hope you know how to cook our brother's favorite soup." Adaora smiled politely. "Yes, I can cook oha soup and bitter leaf very well." Ngozi laughed lightly. "We will see." From that moment, Adaora understood something. This marriage will not be easy. The wahala started small. If Adaora cooked, Ngozi would complain. "The salt too much, the pepper no reach, our brother don't lose weight since you come." Even when Chukwuebuka clearly enjoyed the food and praised his wife, his sisters would roll their eyes. One afternoon, Adaora was sweeping the compound when she overheard them. "I don't trust her," Ngozi whispered. "She just came from nowhere and now she wants to control our brother," Amarachi replied. Adaora's hand froze mid-air. From nowhere? She swallowed the pain and continued sweeping like she heard nothing.
Happy birthday, honey. This car is for
Things
you.
became worse when Chukwuebuka bought Adaora a new car for her birthday. It was not even brand new, but it was clean and beautiful. Ngozi's face changed immediately. "So now you are enjoying like queen," she said sarcastically, "after only 6 months. Adaora answered gently. "It was his gift. I didn't ask for it." Ngozi scoffed. "That's how it starts. Small, you will carry him away from his family." That night, Adaora cried quietly. When Chukwuebuka noticed, he asked, "What happened?" "Nothing," she lied softly. She didn't want to cause trouble between him and his sisters. But the sisters were not done. One Sunday, during family lunch, Ngozi said loudly in front of relatives, "Some women use charm to hold a man. I hope that is not what is happening here." The table went silent. Adaora's heart pounded. She felt everybody's eyes on her. Chukwuebuka's face darkened. "Ngozi, what do you mean?" Ngozi shrugged. "I'm just talking generally." But everyone knew she wasn't. Adaora excused herself and went inside. She stood in front of the mirror, staring at her reflection. "Why do they hate me like this?" she whispered. She had done nothing wrong. She respected them. She tried to bond with them. She bought them gifts when traveling. She even helped Amarachi with her small business. Still, they treated her like an enemy. One evening, Adaora overheard something that shook her. Ngozi was speaking to someone on the phone. "If she thinks she can separate us from our brother, she is joking. I have something that will make her pack from this house." Adaora's heart skipped. Something? What did she mean? That night, sleep refused to come. She lay beside her husband, staring at the ceiling, her mind full of fear. "God, what kind of family did I marry into?" she thought. Little did she know that very soon, something unexpected would happen, something that would change everything. Adaora tried to ignore the tension in the house. She told herself, "Now marriage be this, every family gets small wahala." But deep inside, fear was growing. Ngozi had said she had something that would make Adaora pack from the house. What was that something? A few days later, the storm came. It was a Tuesday afternoon. Chukwuebuka had traveled to Port Harcourt for a 3-day project inspection. The house was unusually quiet. Adaora was arranging clothes in the bedroom when she heard a loud scream from the sitting room. "Jesus! What is this?" Ngozi shouted. Adaora rushed out. Amarachi was standing in the center of the living room, holding something wrapped in red cloth. Her face looked pale. Ngozi turned dramatically toward Adaora. "So, this is what you have been hiding?" she said coldly. Adaora blinked. "Hiding what?" Ngozi pointed at the red cloth in Amarachi's hand. Inside it were strange items: a small calabash, white powder, and a black thread tied together. Adora's heart nearly stopped. "I don't understand," she said, her voice shaking. "I have never seen that before." Ngozi laughed mockingly. "You think we are fools? We found it under your bed." Under her bed? Adaora felt her knees weaken. "That is a lie," she said softly. "I swear I don't know anything about that." But Ngozi had already started calling neighbors. Within minutes, 2 elderly women from the compound came inside. They stared at the items and began murmuring. "These things are not ordinary. Maybe she is using something to hold her husband." Adaora felt like the ground should just open and swallow her. Tears gathered in her eyes. "I am innocent," she said. "I don't even believe in these things." Ngozi folded her arms. "Then explain how it entered your room." Adaora opened her mouth, but no words came out. How could she explain what she did not understand? That evening, Ngozi called her brother. She exaggerated everything. "Brother, you need to come home. What we saw today is dangerous." When Chukwuebuka arrived the next morning, the compound was tense. He walked straight into the living room where the items were displayed on the table like evidence. Ngozi spoke first. "We found charm under her bed." Chukwuebuka looked at his wife. Adora's eyes were swollen from crying. "Ebuka, I swear on everything I have, I know nothing about this," she said. For a long moment, he was silent. The whole house held its breath. Then he said quietly, "Adaora, did you bring this into my house?" She shook her head violently. "Never." Ngozi scoffed. Of course she will deny it. Chukwuebuka turned to his sisters. "Who entered our room before this thing was found?" Ngozi hesitated for a second. "Nobody. We just discovered it." Adora's mind raced. She remembered something. 2 days ago, she had gone to the market and left the house early. When she returned, Ngozi was coming out of her bedroom. At that time, she didn't think anything of it. Now, her heart began to beat faster. She slowly raised her head. "Auntie Ngozi," she said carefully, 2 days ago, when I came back from Ogbete Market, I saw you coming out of our room." The room went silent. Ngozi's face changed instantly. "Are you accusing me?" she snapped. "I am just saying what I saw," Adaora replied softly. Amarachi looked confused. "Sister, you entered their room?" Ngozi glared at her. "I went to look for a document for our brother. What is wrong with that?" Chukwuebuka frowned. "You didn't tell me you entered our room." Ngozi's voice rose. "So now you believe your wife over your own blood?" Adaora felt the familiar sting in her chest. Blood. That word again. Was she not family too? Suddenly, something unexpected happened. One of the elderly women who had come earlier cleared her throat. "I want to say something," she said. Everyone turned to her. "I came to this house yesterday evening to return a bowel. I saw somebody sneaking out of your room." All eyes widened. Ngozi shifted uncomfortably. The woman continued. "It was dark, but I saw clearly. It was not your wife." Silence fell heavily across the room. Amarachi slowly looked at her sister. "Ngozi, what is going on?" Ngozi's confident posture began to crack. I don't know what she's talking about," she stammered. But the doubt was already in the air. Chukwuebuka's face hardened. "Ngozi, Did you plant this? No, she shouted quickly, but her voice lacked its usual strength. Adaora stood there, heart pounding. This was the moment. Either her marriage would scatter, or the truth would finally come out. The living room was so quiet, you could hear the ticking of the wall clock. Ngozi's confident face had lost its color. The elderly woman stood firm. I saw someone come out of their room that evening. It was not Adaora. Amarachi's eyes moved slowly toward her sister. Ngozi, tell us the truth. Ngozi swallowed. For once in your life, say the truth, Amarachi added, her voice shaking. Chukwubuka's face was calm but dangerous. Ngozi, he said quietly, look at me. She avoided his eyes. That was when everyone knew. I only wanted to teach her a lesson, Ngozi suddenly burst out. The room exploded. A lesson, Chukwubuka shouted. Ngozi began to cry, real tears this time. Since she entered this house, you changed. You don't call us like before. You don't give us money like before. Everything is Adaora this, Adaora that. We felt pushed aside. Adaora stood there, stunned. So this was it? Jealousy? Ngozi continued between tears. I didn't plan for it to become this big. I just wanted you to suspect her small so you will remember your family. Amarachi covered her mouth in shock. So you planted those things? She whispered. Ngozi nodded slowly. Yes. The word fell like a heavy stone. Chukwubuka stepped back as if someone had slapped him. You tried to destroy my marriage, he said in disbelief. Ngozi fell to her knees. I'm sorry. I was angry. I thought she took you away from us. Adaora's eyes filled with tears again, but this time not from pain, from relief. She was innocent. The truth had come out. Chukwubuka turned to his wife. Adaora, he said softly, I am sorry you went through this in my house. She shook her head gently. I just wanted peace, she replied. Then something unexpected happened again. Amarachi walked slowly toward Adaora. I'm sorry too, she said. I followed my sister blindly. I didn't think for myself. Adaora looked at her for a long moment. All the insults, all the cold looks, all the whispers. Her heart was heavy. But she remembered something her mother once told her. If you carry bitterness, now you go suffer pass. She took a deep breath. I forgive you, she said quietly. The room was shocked again. Ngozi looked up, tears streaming down her face. You forgive me? Adaora nodded. Yes, but things must change. Her voice was no longer soft and fearful. It was steady, strong. I am your brother's wife. I am part of this family. If you respect me, I will respect you. If you love me, I will love you. But I will not accept insults again. Her words were calm but powerful. Even the elderly woman smiled. That is how a real woman talks, she said. From that day, things began to shift. Not immediately, not magically, but slowly. Ngozi started keeping her distance at first, ashamed of what she had done. Amarachi began visiting Adaora in the kitchen, offering help. One afternoon, while they were cooking together, Amarachi said softly, You really love my brother. Adaora smiled. Yes, and I want to love his family too. That was the beginning. Months later, when Adaora discovered she was pregnant, the whole compound changed completely. Ngozi was the first to scream in excitement. My brother is going to be a father. She hugged Adaora tightly, genuinely this time. No jealousy, no competition. Just family. When the baby was born, a beautiful baby boy, Ngozi carried him proudly. This one, she said jokingly, belongs to all of us. Everyone laughed, even Adaora. One evening, as Adaora sat outside watching the sunset with her husband, Chukwubuka held her hand. You are stronger than I knew, he said. She smiled. Sometimes peace is stronger than fighting. He nodded. If you had reacted with anger, this family would have scattered. Adaora looked toward the house where laughter echoed. Sometimes, she said softly, love wins slowly. And truly, it did. The sisters who once hated her became her biggest supporters, not because she fought them, but because she stood firm, spoke truth, and chose forgiveness. And that was the day everything changed. The end. If you love African stories, subscribe to this channel for more updates.